Cicada 3301. On January 4th, 2012, someone posted an image on 4chan. The message was simple. We are looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, we have devised a test. What followed was the most elaborate puzzle the internet had ever seen. The image contained hidden data. When people cracked it using steganography, they found a message that led to a website. That website had another puzzle. Solving that revealed a book written in ancient runes. Decoding the runes gave GPS coordinates. Those coordinates pointed to real locations across the world. Warsaw, Poland, Paris, France, Seoul, South Korea, Sydney, Australia, Seattle, Washington. Physical posters were taped to telephone poles in these cities. The posters had QR codes. Scanning them led back online to even more puzzles involving prime numbers, Mayan numerology, and medieval occult texts. Thousands of people tried. Most gave up within hours. A handful made it to the end. Those who succeeded received a private message inviting them to collaborate. Then they vanished from public discussion completely. Cicada posted new puzzles in 2013 and 2014. Same format. Same insane difficulty. The winners were reportedly asked about their beliefs on internet privacy and information freedom. Then they were invited to a private forum. After that, silence. Cicada's last verified message appeared in April 2017. Since then, nothing. To this day, nobody knows who ran it or what the end goal was. Some think it was intelligence agency recruitment. Others believe it was a hacker collective looking for new members. The most unsettling theory is that it was a long-term social experiment, testing human problem-solving under pressure. It's like getting a mysterious letter inviting you to a secret organization, except you have to decode 3 dead languages and fly to 5 continents just to read the invitation. In 2011, a Reddit account with this exact username started posting. Every single day. No explanation, no context. Just walls of random hexadecimal code. Letters and numbers that looked like encrypted data. People were confused. Then they got curious. Entire subreddits formed dedicated to cracking the code. Cryptographers tried. Mathematicians tried. Amateur internet detectives tried. A few posts were successfully decoded. One said, "Thank you," after the account received Reddit Gold. Another was a quote from a philosophy book. One revealed an ASCII image of Stonehenge. But most remained locked. Thousands of lines of gibberish with no key and no pattern that made sense. This went on for 5 years. Then, in 2016, the subreddit suddenly went private. A message appeared saying the project had concluded. Later, a moderator explained they'd been contacted by someone connected to the project. That person revealed it had been funded by an unknown company for an unknown purpose. So someone was being paid to post cryptographic nonsense on Reddit for half a decade. The leading theory is recruitment. Maybe it was a tech company screening for talent. Maybe it was a government agency looking for code breakers. Maybe it was something else entirely. Without confirmation, it remains one of the internet's strangest unsolved mysteries. It's like finding a locked safe in your basement, spending years trying to crack it, only to discover the person who locked it doesn't remember what's inside. The Wyoming incident. In 2007, a video started spreading online with a disturbing backstory. The claim was that in 2006, a local TV station in Niobrara County, Wyoming, had its broadcast hijacked. What aired was nightmare fuel. Low-quality 3D animations of faces with dead, expressionless stares. Unsettling music playing in the background. Strange, threatening text flashing on screen. The story got darker. People claimed that viewers who watched the broadcast experienced violent physical reactions, vomiting, hallucinations, severe headaches that lasted for days. The theory was that hidden frequencies embedded in the video triggered these symptoms. It spread fast. Forums exploded. Some said it was a government psychological experiment. Others thought it was a bioterrorism test or footage from a cult broadcast. Here's the problem. None of it was real. The Wyoming incident never happened. It was completely fabricated by users on something awful. They took inspiration from a real event called the Max Headroom Broadcast Intrusion in 1987, where someone actually did hijack Chicago TV stations while wearing a Max Headroom mask. The Wyoming hoax borrowed that concept and turned it into an elaborate creepypasta. But the execution was so convincing that people still debate whether it actually happened. To this day, forums have threads arguing about the authenticity. It exists in that strange internet space where something is obviously fake, but disturbing enough that part of you wants to believe a small-town Wyoming news station really did air 2 minutes of psychological horror in 2006. B times 1,371. In 2015, a Swedish tech blog called GadgetZZ received a package in the mail. Inside was a DVD with no return address. The postmark showed it came from Poland. When they played it, what they saw was deeply unsettling. Black and white footage, 2 minutes long. A person standing in what looked like an abandoned warehouse, wearing a full plague doctor costume. The leather mask, the beak, gloves. The figure stood completely still, while disturbing buzzing sounds played. Then it held up a hand with a blinking light. That was it. The blog posted it online, asking if anyone knew what it meant. Reddit lost its mind trying to decode it. People started analyzing every frame. Hidden in the audio spectrogram were images, a skull, violent imagery, encoded messages. Someone decoded Morse code in the blinking light that spelled out red lips like 10th. Others found coordinates embedded in the static. The coordinates pointed to the White House. Then someone realized red lips could be rearranged to spell kill the president. Theories exploded. Was this a bioterrorism threat? An assassination plot? A warning about something terrible coming? 3 months later, a man named Parker Warner Wright came forward. He said he created it as an art project. He even released a sequel video to prove it. But that somehow makes it weirder. Someone spent months creating this elaborate, genuinely disturbing piece of performance art, then anonymously mailed it to tech blogs in different countries with no explanation. It was designed to look like a real threat. The fact that it was intentional art doesn't make it less creepy. It just raises different questions about what kind of person creates something like that for fun. Lake City Quiet Pills. For years, people believed a simple Reddit account was actually connected to a real-life international assassination. It started with a user named Religion of Peace, who went by Milo. He was 79 years old and claimed to be a military veteran who fought in conflicts going back to the 1940s. In May 2009, he announced he was tired of slow image hosting sites, so he built his own called Lake City Quiet Pills. The site looked harmless, just a basic image host from the early internet days, but it would soon become the center of one of the biggest internet investigations. Things got strange when Milo stopped posting. A new user appeared announcing that Milo had passed away peacefully at his desk. While people mourned, some curious users decided to dig into the source code of the Lake City Quiet Pills website. Deep inside the HTML, they found invisible text, hidden messages that looked like a job board for mercenaries. The messages used military slang, terms like wet work, which is code for assassination. The mystery turned terrifying when one hidden message announced a birthday party for Milo, scheduled for January 19th, 2010, starting at 3 p.m. On that exact day, at that exact time, a high-ranking Hamas weapons dealer named Mahmoud al-Mabhouh was assassinated in his hotel room in Dubai. The hidden code on the website later posted a finalized bill for the party. The total was over $94,000. Internet detectives started connecting dots. They found linguistic clues. Milo frequently misspelled mortar as motor without the first R. Years earlier on a different forum, a user named Angel26 made the exact same spelling mistake. Investigators traced Angel26 to a man named Mike, who ran a tech consulting business in New Jersey. When they analyzed the server IP address, it pointed directly to Newark, New Jersey, where Mike lived. Deeper digging revealed disturbing 3D renderings on Mike's business server, with file names like Body Tank and Experiment Table. For years, this looked like proof of a real assassination network operating on Reddit. Then investigators kept digging. They connected Mike to another online profile, Trent the Thief, not a hitman, a character Mike used in online role-playing games and furry communities. The strange terms found in the hidden website code weren't military secrets. They were references to science fiction books by an author named Daniel Keyes Moran. Mike was a fan of these books and used their concepts to build an elaborate fictional world. The connection to the Dubai assassination was just a massive coincidence. The entire thing was a performance that lasted for years, a role-playing game run by bored software engineers. It was only solved recently, but it remained one of the biggest unsolved internet mysteries for years, which is why it's on this list.